Notes today are a continuation from yesterday. Reminder of our big idea: the measure of center is our mean, median, or mode, and the measure of spread, or the measure of variability, comes from my range or my MAD. So all we're going to do today is add on the idea of within one MAD. Okay, so to be within one MAD, I'm going to take my mean, my answer from last time, and we're going to subtract one MAD. So I'm taking my mean and my MAD. So I went ahead and started them there so you can remember where they came from. So if my mean is 10 and my MAD is 4.8, the distance is 5.2. Or I can also be one MAD above, and 10 plus 4.8 is 14.8. Okay, so then within one MAD, we're going to count up how many numbers are between 5 and 14. So in this list, within one MAD, so here's 5, a little short. I want something more than 5. So I'm looking for 8, all the way up to something less than 14.8. So I have 1, 2, 3 numbers out of my total of 9 that are within one MAD. Okay, so if my data is really close together, this is going to be almost all, if not most, of my data. If it's spread out, you're going to have a small percentage. So in our case, 3 out of 9, 33% are within one MAD. That is pretty small. So it's saying my data is reasonably spread out. Okay. In order to find how many are within 2 MADs, well, then I have to subtract that same number twice. So if we did a mean of 10 and I subtract the MAD twice, 4.8 and 4.8, we're looking for a number bigger than 0.4. Or if I add the MAD twice, then we're looking for something that's smaller than 19.6. Okay, so again, I'm going to go back up there to my original list. I was looking for which one was the most spread out. I want something bigger than 0.4, so thankfully that was all my numbers, all the way up to something smaller than 19.6. So in this case, 20 is too big. 20, make a little note there, is what we call an outlier. It was more than 2 MADs away. I took the mean, which was 10, and I subtracted the MAD twice, and I added the MAD twice, and that number was still too far outside of it. Okay, so that's what we call the outlier. To calculate, though, how many numbers are within 2 MADs, I'm just going to add up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers there inside, divided by my 9 numbers total. And this time, 8 divided by 9 is 88% repeating. So that last 8 got rounded up to a 9. And we would say that 89% of our data is within 2 MADs. Okay, so one MAD tells me how close my data is together. So this number is pretty far spread out. Only 1/3 of my numbers are within plus or minus one of my MADs. And then more than 2 MADs away tells me my data is really far spread out. And that 8/9 leaves me with one outlier there of 20. It's more than 2 of my MADs away from my mean.